Happens when you put a boyhood fan in charge of their club. They discover it's not so simple to run after all, and as the fans you sat with many years ago are as impatient as ever, anger reverberates exactly around a year since Jim Ratcliffe and INEOS gained control of the football operations at Manchester United. Fans are furious about ticket prices, the charity helping former players is funding slashed, a rank and file staff, many loyal for years without Premier League salaries, have been swept out with 250 redundancies and more to come. So Jim's taken unpopular decisions, but he would argue necessary, deciding to make the club healthier, injecting an extra £80 million. Being the face of cost-cutting and eradicating excesses can be reputationally damaging, while the Glazers, still the majority ownership, drift even deeper into the shadows. The Glazers are blamed for the malaise and the debt burden on the club that makes it one of the biggest money makers in world football. Just this week, United's financial updates to the New York Stock Exchange revealed they're set to make more than £650 million this season, but it also showed that the debt has climbed over £730 million and has now cost more than £1 billion to service in the last 2 decades. Money is drained out of the club to the Glazers rather than perhaps being invested in Old Trafford upgrade or a new stadium, as rivals have built glitzier, more lucrative venues. Mark Stone of Sky confronted the executive co-chairman Abraham Glazier over what has been a difficult year for Manchester United, and he flat out said no, that he wouldn't want to sell the club. He remained silent when asked if things had got worse under Sir Jim, and also didn't respond when asked if the Glaziers should be facing more blame. The British businessman bought a 27.7% stake in the club last February and took control of the sporting operations, and later increased it to 29%, but of course the Glazers remain in majority control. INEOS are now playing catch-up, trying to accelerate much-needed infrastructure upgrades, particularly at the training ground, which saw the women's team temporarily pushed out. But United have not been short of cash to spend on players for the men's team. They have the highest net spend of any English club since Sir Alex Ferguson retired in 2013 at over £1.2 billion, but haven't won a Premier League title. In the summer and winter transfer windows, INEOS oversaw the arrival of £200 million worth of new talent, and yet it's in its worst shape ever in the Premier League. They've never been in a low position in 15th this late in the season. This against the backdrop of decisions that can be viewed as bungled or quietly acknowledging mistakes. Ten Hag was kept on in the summer after reporting a firing plan following their FA Cup win, but he went anyway in October, a change that cost £21 million when you consider the cost of hiring Anna Marim. And of course Dan Ashworth cost around £2 million to prize away, and he was gone just a few months later for £4 million. No wonder the supporters trust who protested against the Glazers are now aghast at mismanagement by new leadership, while the Glazers are still remain involved, and this while they are being asked to pay more to attend matches, with Jim Ratcliffe raising the price. So yeah, it's going to need a lot of convincing for Ratcliffe that he can turn it around, both financially on the pitch and also in terms of supporter relations.
Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily football news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.